Welcome to the Samaritan Summary, Act 1, Scene 1. I am Ivine Kitur for Top Notch Production. The Samaritan is a play that is centered on the invention of an application by the name The Samaritan by the students of Sagrada Secondary School, Alvita and Montano, aided by their teacher of ethics and innovation, Madame Nicole. The app is the winning item for the National Secondary School Innovation Championships. The school has planned to launch the app during the end of the year closing ceremony. Thus, the play begins at 10 a.m. at Sagrada Secondary School during the end of the year closing ceremony. Invited to launch the app is the municipal mayor, Mosi Oatunya, and the leaders of the municipal, including Honorable Ramdai, the deputy mayor, Honorable Basteo, the leader of the opposition, Mr. Harvester, the CEO or the chief executive officer of the municipal, and members of the school board. In a bid to introduce the app to the audience, Nicole, Alvita, and Montano staged a skit. In the skit, both Alvita and Montano envision how the future would look like. Both of them had contrasting views of the future. Montano saw a future where there was drastic climate change. There was famine and that people would eat plastics and all sorts of synthetic fibers. There was reduced life expectancy, where people would live approximately 30 to 40 years. Reason is that there was no good food and medicine. Also, in that future, there was unemployment. And Montano saw that Alvita was working as a cobbler, a thing that really startles Alvita, wondering whether she really longed to be a cobbler. But Montano tells her that this is, she was actually lucky because in that time there was unemployment because many graduates were produced into the market, yet there were no jobs. On the other hand, Alvita envisioned a future where technology ruled. In this future, Alvita saw that everything in the society was run by artificial intelligence. She says that justice and security were dispensed by machines. Manufacturing was also run by machines. There was increased life expectancy to approximately 700 years. Reason is that human beings had developed medicine for regenerating cells, and so people would live for long. Also, they developed machines for cleaning the air, and the environment was now habitable. When all these things are narrated, Nicole wonders whether such an imagination as per Alvita would actually be possible, given that they do not even have the resources. Alvita asserts that this is possible because as a first step towards technological advancement, they already have the Samaritan app. Alvita explains therefore to the audience that the app is just like any other social media platform where people can share information. The difference between this app and the other social media platform is that this particular app has what she calls pigeonholes. In these pigeonholes, there are actually sections, so I call them apartments, or you call them digital worlds, where every department in the municipal would have their own world. So if the department for procurement, for example, wanted to know what's happening in the procurement sector, you would log in to that department, then you would see what's happening in that particular department. Alvita explains that people can now upload photos, videos, text messages, and then the responsible departments can see what's happening in their departments. She goes ahead and says already the department information of the Department of Procurement has already been uploaded. She says that they are able to see how tendering is done. Who is given the tender? How is the tender given? What is the quality of the goods and the services delivered, and whether they are actually delivered? At this point, Mayor Mosi and Honorable Damdai are actually startled. And for the first time, Mosi injects. He asks, where do you get this information? And Alvita explains that people post the information. And actually, what kind of people? She says good people. And Mosi wonders aloud whether good people actually exist. At that point in time, Mosi stands and speaks. He acknowledges that innovation is good and that his administration would actually support such innovations. But Mosi believes that this particular kind of innovation is actually out of order. He thinks and believes that this can become a platform for misinformation, spreading of falsehood, and witch hunt. Mosi says that the launch will not happen, and he's not going to do the launch now, but he will do it in future. He instructs Nicole to write to the Ministry of Education and have the app withdrawn. As Mosi speaks, Principal Narin wonders whether such an instruction is possible, given that Nicole herself is a lady of principle and will not do anything wrong. Also, Principal Narin acknowledges that the president is actually to launch the app at the national level. So the question is, can it really be stopped? Mosi insists that the app is a brainchild of the school, and the school must use all the means to have it withdrawn. He says is the mayor, Mosi or Tunya, the smoke that thunders. As all these are being said, there is one man here who has seen or who smells a new dawn. Honorable Basdeo believes that this is actually the end of the reign of Mayor Mosi or Tunya. He says, do I smell a new dawn? And Mosi sarcastically responds that maybe that is not a smell of anything serious, but it could be a smell of corn cobs that could only be suitable for the porcupines. But even as they have dismissed the meeting and they are going out, Basdeo is elated. Basdeo is more hopeful than before because he sees that if the app is not stopped, then Mosi's nakedness would be exposed and he would get himself prosecuted. That is the end of Scene 1, Act 1.